Welcome back to the SPO Miken Elimination weekend here at Slow Pitch City as we are getting things going. Our first game of the weekend here between the Naturals and the Rays. Top of the third inning, Ryan Robinson joined by Mark Regan. And Mark, not a bad game so far. The Naturals have been putting on a bit of a show as far as the home runs are concerned. The Rays get their first in the second inning, but the Naturals already have at least 3 or 4 up on the board, so they're going to have to manage a little bit here.
Absolutely. The Naturals have hit 4 home runs, and at this point when you're going into the third inning and you've used more than half your home runs, you really need to be wise with your swings.
So Chris Drum will get things going here in the inning for the Naturals.
Chris is an Aurelia native, so playing for a local team. Comes down from Aurelia every second week to play in tournaments with this team.
Pitch comes through. He's looking right-hand side. As that one will be sprayed into foul territory. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. John Chappelle, the pitcher here for the Rays. That one's deep, so 2-2 now. Floating pitch goes to the shortstop side, picked up, thrown on to first, and that will be the first out of the third.
That shortstop isn't playing deep at all. He's almost directly between second and third base there. Those short one-hoppers, you really have to have a quick glove to be able to handle that shot.
Strike goes to the outside. Logan Clote here. That one goes to third base, scooped up, thrown across the diamond. Short hop there. Picked up by the first baseman. Nice job handling it. Got 2 quick outs here.
Well, the third baseman had the ball in his glove before the batter was even out of the batter's box, and sometimes you tend to relax and throwing it across the diamond. Obviously, he short-armed it a little. It was a one-hopper and a nice scoop by the first baseman.
Ross now trying to keep the inning going for his team. He takes a hard shot. That tails to the right-hand side. Goes foul.
2 out here. The Naturals have to try and generate some offense. It's really important to score runs with 2 out in this game. It can really help to build your team's confidence and demoralize another team trying to keep up with you.
The other thing too is for those who maybe haven't seen ball since the time they played when they were younger, it's still the same mentality. Everybody's up on the fence, and a lot of chatter. Hard chop to the right-hand side. Ross with a head of steam. It gets through, but 1, 2, 3 go the Naturals here in the third. For a team that's put up quite a bit of offense here in the first 2 innings, got to say a bit surprised that they go 1, 2, 3.
No, you don't want to go quiet now. The Rays are feeling really confident. Come up, score some runs, stay with them, put some pressure on them. When you're the last team to hit in a game of slow pitch, you never say die. There's always an opportunity to win. Brian, you made a comment about the dugouts and the chatter, and if you take a look here at Slow Pitch City, the dugouts are literally right on top of home plate. It's a unique setup. This is the Fenway Park of slow pitch softball in Canada. It truly is. There are all sorts of new, more modern diamonds that teams can play at, but the Slow Pitch Ontario and the Super Series and the Eliminations Tournament have been here for many, many years. The atmosphere can't be beat. What may be lacking a little in the modern technicalities of baseball, it's more than made up by atmosphere. The players love coming. It's an easily accessible diamond and park to get to just off the 401 here outside of Dorchester. And when you're sitting that close to home plate and you're screaming and yelling at your teammates, it's an awful lot of fun. The adrenaline gets pumping.
Just don't scream and yell at the umpires too much. I've learned that the hard way a couple of times.
And our umpires tonight behind the plate here, we have Jeff McKay at first is Tom Clancy, and at second is Dave Pritchard.
That one comes in high. Should mention a big thank you to Dave Ward and his group here at Slow Pitch City. Have been more than welcoming of us here at Rogers TV. You know, when I called Dave a few months ago and said, we want to put Slow Pitch on TV, the answer was automatically yes, and has been more than accommodating. So we've had a lot of fun here, the crew and I so far.
And rightly so, Brian. There have been a lot of amazing players and teams and tournaments held at this facility of both Canadians and Americans. Many teams from the United States have come up here to play over the years. Some of the top players in the world from the United States have played here, and Canada, of course. Rightly so. This should be featured on television.
For Ringo here. Hard shot down the line. Left fielder's going to get to it. He had to jump. Comes down with it, though. Hard shot.
That was an outstanding grab in left field. That ball had some carry on it, had backspin as it started to stay up. Just reached the top of his grab to pull it down.
So that's 2 away here. Naturals are hoping that the Rays go 1, 2, 3 here in the third to even out. Brendan Tettering, third batter here in this third inning for the Rays.
Again, you talked about learning. It's a learning curve here, and the Rays really need to learn that this is their opportunity to score some runs. They really need to put some pressure on the Naturals, so no time like the present to string together some hits.
One comes outside, goes for a strike though. Full count here. That one, hard shot out to right field. Picked up by the right fielder, and it's a 1, 2, 3 inning here for the Rays. So both teams go down 3 straight in the third.
That inning is going to help keep the tournament on schedule.
It is a time basis, that's for sure.
When will this be played on?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Thank you.
The fun part for you and I here, Mark, not only are we get to call the game, get a front row seat, we get to be right within everybody. And as it happens quite often when you have to televise anything, people walk up and want to know when it's on.
Well, that's also the novelty. As you say, Ryan, this is a great opportunity to showcase slow pitch, but for all of the people sitting behind us in the stands, they're realizing this game is being featured on television, and they all want to go home and watch it.
The fun part too is we always invite people to go to rogerstv.com if they I've already had a few people come up and ask me for a business card. How can I get a copy? And I think it might be some of the players incognito wanting to review their own swings, though. That's video review is such a utmost importance to either guys that are trying to perfect their swing or guys like me that are still trying to figure out how to make sure I swing the bat correctly.
Ryan, I've seen your swing. It's improved immensely over the last few years. Good for you.
That may just be because of a certain individual to my left-hand side helping me out a little bit. When we were deciding to come and do the elimination tournament, I said to myself, we need a color commentator, and Mark was one of the first names I thought of. So happy to have you along with me for at least the first 2 days of our weekend here at Slow Pitch City.
No, I appreciate it. This is a lot of fun.
As Matt Barrett's going to get things going here in the fourth inning. 1 for 2 so far. Had a hard single in the second. Came around to score.
One of the ironies when balls get hit foul, they often go into another diamond and are thrown back by the other team. That's why there's the delay, because everyone knows the ball's coming back into play. It's kind of like the fans throwing every ball back that goes foul in Major League Baseball. You wouldn't see that.
Outside, and he'll get a free pass to first base. Mike McLeod coming up here now. McLeod coming around to score twice so far here in the game. A triple back in the second. Hard shot to the left-hand side. That one will advance the runner. Barrett's going to go first to third. They'll get the ball into second here, and here comes the muscle of the Naturals.
Well, let's see if he can go 3 for 3.
Dwayne Hamilton already 2 home runs so far.
Dwayne stands about 6'5" or 6'6". Looks like he's carrying about 325, 330 pounds. It's a big, strong man.
And as Mark mentioned earlier, both of his home runs probably totaling somewhere in the 700 to 750, if not more, feet.
Let's see if he can surpass the 1,000-foot mark here.
I think. Oh, that one might have gone under it. Hard to say. Left fielder's on the fence. That one stays in the park. Both runners are tagging, and one will come in to score. Matt Barrett comes in, so an RBI.
Well, that was an advantage. That was a good pitch there by John Chappelle, the pitcher for the Rays. He knew he had 2 strikes on the batter. He pitched something a little deeper, and Mr. Hamilton just wasn't able to get his bat up high enough and got under the ball, drove one sky high just to the fence.
11-7 now here for the Naturals as we're in the 4th inning. Hard shot, that one right to the shortstop. That'll be the 2nd out of the inning.
That's an incredible drive. You see how hard that ball is hit. It just ripped through the infield, just to the middle infielder playing left of the bag.
Pete Babcock now, wearing number 44. Hard pull of the ball down the right-hand side. That one goes foul, so 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's see if John throws something a little deeper now. John Chappelle pitching a little deeper than the mat. See if he can get him to fly out.
That's the other thing, too. The pitchers aren't, as I mentioned earlier, not just throwing the ball in any location. Guys are picking their spots.
Yep, there you go.
Back corner, and some guys go side to side. Others will pick the back corners. Babcock here now.
Still got 2 more pitches to work with. Let's see what he comes back with on this. Trying to throw a 3rd strike.
Hard shot, pulled to the right side. That one picked up by the right fielder. As Babcock flies out to right. Only 1 up on the board here for the Naturals in the 4th. So after putting up quite a few runs so far, only 1 inning.
Things are quiet
1 run
down.
in the inning, yeah.
I think for the Naturals, in the back of their mind, they all know that if they're going to hit the ball out of the park, that would be a mistake. They're all trying to hit those singles. When you look at the quality of their outs there that inning, they were all line drive, good hard hits. Unfortunately, they're just right at defenders. They're doing what they're supposed to do to keep the ball in the park. It just hasn't been hitting the spots.
So as you see right there, midway into the 4th inning, 11-7 here for the Naturals. As we continue here with the SPO Miken Elimination Tournament here from Dorchester.
I believe the thunder is rumbling behind us, Ryan.
I think that we're both just trying to not paying attention to it and hoping it continues to move slowly as we have another game to get in here hopefully tonight.
So again, we're going to say it like we did last inning. This is a huge opportunity for the Rays. Put an inning together, score 5 or 6 runs, take the lead, and start to put the pressure on the Naturals. They've used up 4 of their home runs. They only have 3 to work with. Really, I'd say the Rays are a bit in the driver's seat here.
I know some folks watching would say they're in the driver's seat, but they're down by 4 runs. Here's your opportunity, and a good hit right off the top here, as that's Will Hill getting a single to start things out here in the 4th inning.
For those of you who've played at this level or watched this level in the past, you know that no lead truly is safe in this game. That the team can put together an inning of 10 and 15 runs in a heartbeat.
It's a hard shot. That one's going to right field, and it will clear the fence.
Well, that's 2 quick runs. They don't have any out. They've only used up 2 of their home runs. I'm sure the Naturals in the back of their mind are thinking, come on, let's go. Let's get some quick outs here and take the momentum away.
So to the top of the order here in the 4th. Jesse and Everett giving a bit of a look to the umpire there. Maybe didn't think that was a strike on the outside.
That ball just has to touch that plate, that mat, anywhere as it's coming down.
That pitch will come in deep. So we're 2-2 here. That one goes shortstop side. Hard throw onto first, and that one will go for an out. So the first one here.
Mike McLeod showed some Troy Tulowitzki there as he took the roundabout road to the ball, attacked it, and got rid of it quickly to beat the runner on the throw.
Key thing there for the first baseman too is not to just keep that glove on the ground. Sometimes playing some first base and if you leave the ball on the ground, some umpires will say you're trapping it, not actually catching the ball. So that will go to center field for the second out. Sometimes it depends on how well you get along with the umpire, though.
Well, the interesting thing too about these umpires really, all of their umpiring experience is at this level. So that Slow Pitch Ontario will groom their umpires. When they see promising young umpires, they will move them up and they'll mentor them, take them through the series of tournaments all summer so that they're ready for big tournaments like this. So this is an expert crew.
Chop shot over to the shortstop side. Hard throw onto first. And that one, good stretch at first base, gets the third out of the fourth inning. So we will take a quick break as the Naturals still with the lead, but the Rays get a couple here in the fourth. Here from Dorchester.